Hi, my name is Yin Gao and welcome to Dr. Gao's classroom. I'm a professional philosopher and I love classical Chinese poetry. I have been teaching classical Chinese philosophy and poetry for many years. I love to share my knowledge with you. Your enjoyment is my command. Next week, it will be the Lunar New Year. So let me first say, 恭喜发财! I wish you a happy new year and make a lot of money in the coming Tiger year. So in my last video, I talked about the activity Chinese people do in late December and early January, such as sending off the kitchen god to heaven, decorating their houses with lucky characters, and hanging up couplets on their doors and gates. I also translated some of the popular couplets celebrating the coming Tiger year. Today, I'm going to continue my stories about how Chinese people celebrating the Lunar New Year. In particular, I'm going to talk about how people celebrate the 15th of January or 上元节 or 元宵节. During the Imperial China, this was the only night that the unmarried young girl were allowed to go out in the night to watch the lantern display and lantern dance performance. While at any other night, they were not allowed to go out at all during the night. I know the 15th of January is also celebrated in other Asian countries, so if you know any interesting way of celebrating this day or any other days during the Lunar New Year, please leave a message in the comment section. I read every comment you left in the comment section. There are many poems describing the celebrations of the Lantern Festival. Since I mentioned this is the only night a married young girl were allowed to go out during the Imperial China, there were quite a few poems recounting the romantic encounters between boys and girls. So today I'm going to translate one poem of this genre. I will do another video on poems celebrating the Lantern Festival on the 15th of Lunar January. So check it out when it's close to the time. My next video will be posted just before the Lunar New Year Day. So I'm going to talk about more of the New Year celebration and translate a poem celebrating the New Year Day. If you're new to my channel, please check out my other videos on classical Chinese poetry, philosophies, and medical literature. If you like the contents of these videos, please click the button and subscribe my channel. I also offer one-to-one online lessons on these subjects. So if you would like to read these original classics, please contact me. I listed my email address down below. Now, let's first look at how the Chinese celebrate the Lantern Festival, or 上元节. It is a very important date for the Lunar New Year celebration. It is the first of the 3 moon festivals in the Taoist annual calendar. 上元节 is the first full moon festival. 中元节 is the middle full moon festival. 下元节 is the last full moon festival. So the first full moon festival is the night to ask for blessing from the Jet Emperor in heaven, or 天官赐福. The Jet Emperor will bless all the people in the human world of a prosperous and happy new year. 中元节, or the middle full moon festival, is on the 15th of lunar July, the night to ask for pardons from the emperor of the underworld, or 地官赦罪. The underworld emperor will pardon the sins committed by one's dead relative if asked properly. This is the night the door from the underworld to the human world is open, so all the ghosts would come out during the night. People often go to the crossroad to burn paper money and offer food to their dead relatives, and also send lanterns on the rivers and lakes to let their ancestors know of their wishes. They would also offer paper money and food for roaming ghosts in case there's no one making offers for them, so they won't rob their relatives of their money and food. So the day is also called the Ghost Festival in China. It's probably not a good idea to stay outside in this night. 下元节, or the last full moon festival, is on the 15th of the lunar October. This is the day one can get a relief from misfortune if you ask the Emperor of Water properly. This is called 水官解厄. That is, the Emperor of the Water relieve people from their misfortune. The Emperor of Water is the great Yu, who was the legendary hero who saved the Chinese people from the great flood in the prehistorical time. It is reasonable why people worshipped him as the hero who can save them from their misfortune. I might do a more detailed video on the last two full moon festivals about the activities people do during this time when it is close to these two festivals. Now, let's look at the poem celebrating the first full moon festival of 上元节. This is a poem composed by 辛弃疾, a Southern Song Dynasty scholar official. He is known for his military achievement against the Chechen invaders who had conquered the northern part of China of the Song Dynasty. He is also known for his poetry on military campaign, which is called the poetry from the frontier, or 边塞诗. But this poem is an exception. It is about a romantic encounter between two young lovers. Here it is. 东风夜放花千树，更吹落星如雨。宝马雕车香满路，凤箫声动玉壶光转，一夜鱼龙舞。蛾儿雪柳黄金缕，笑语盈盈暗香去。众里寻他千百度，蓦然回首，那人却在灯火阑珊处。Now let me read the poem line by line. 东风夜放花千树. Dong means east, feng means wind, ye means night, fang means light off, hua means flower, qian means thousand, shu means tree. 花千树 refers to the fireworks exploding in the night sky, like 1,000 trees blooming with flowers. 更吹落星如雨. 更 means again, 吹 means blow, 落 means fall, 星 means star, 如 means like, 雨 means rain. 星如雨 refers to the sparks from the firework falling like rains. My colleague and I omitted the rain part in our translation because it still makes sense without making the sentence too complicated. 宝马雕车香满路. 宝 means precious, 马 means horse, 雕 means carved, 车 means carriage, 香 means fragrance, 满 means fill up, 路 means street. 宝马雕车 refers to the beautifully decorated carriage drawn by precious horses. We did not translate this literally, but rendering the term by luxurious carriage, which would make more sense because we do not have wooden carriage with carving, decorations, and drawn by horses. We just translate the phrase as luxurious carriage. So if you put the three lines together, it reads, the fireworks are light off in the spring evening breeze like 1,000 trees blooming with flowers, blown about, falling like stars. Luxurious carriages fill the street with their fragrance. So the next line reads, 凤箫声动玉壶光转. Feng means phoenix, xiao means bamboo flute. Sheng means sound. Dong means pass. Yu hu means moon. Guang means light. Zhuan means turn around. Feng xiao refers to the pan pipe that line up the pipes like the tail of a phoenix. That's why it is called feng xiao or phoenix bamboo flute. Dong means move or movement. Here it is used as a verb to describe the music flowing in the night air. So we translated it as passing to catch the movement of the passing performing troops. Yu hu refers to either the jet water clock used in the royal palace or the moon, which can also be used to estimate time during the night. Here it probably refers to the moon in this context. Zhuan normally means turn around, but here it is used to describe the bright moonlight that shines on everything, so we translate it as shine. 一夜鱼龙舞. 一 means one, 夜 means night, 鱼 means fish, 龙 means dragon, and 舞 means dance. So 鱼龙舞 refers to the lantern dance when the lanterns take the shape of either a fish or a dragon as shown in these pictures. So when you put these two lines together, it reads, the sound of pan pipes passing, the moonlight shines on everything, and all night long the lantern dragons dance away. 蛾儿雪柳黄金缕，笑语盈盈暗香去。蛾儿 means butterfly, 雪柳 means fortune, 黄 means yellow, 金 means gold, 缕 means thread. So 蛾儿 and 雪柳 are the shapes, the jewelry the young ladies wearing on their hats. 笑语 means chatter, 盈盈 means fill up, 暗 means dark, 香 means fragrance, 去 means gone. So 笑语 literally means laughter and chatter, but we decided to omit the laughter in our translation because during the impure time, young ladies were not supposed to laugh loudly. So what is heard by the poet was probably just whispers and giggles, barely audible. So what is really interesting here is how the character 去 is used. It is used as a verb here to describe the fragrance in the trails of the young ladies when they pass in front of him. The line also implies that his eyes are following those young ladies. But don't get any wrong ideas, as you will see in the next few lines. So when you put these two lines together, it means wearing their butterfly jewelries on golden threads, the darkness is filled with their passing chatters and fragrance. 众里寻他千百度，蓦然回首，那人却在灯火阑珊处。So 众 means crowd, 里 means inside, 寻 means search, 他 means her, 千 means thousand, 百 means hundred, and 度 means times. So 千百度 means hundreds and thousands of times. 蓦然 means suddenly, 回 means turn back, 手 means hat, 那 means that, 人 means person, 却 means but, 在 means at, as in at a place, 灯 means lantern, 火 means fire. So 灯火 means the light of the lanterns. 阑珊 means 低鸣, 处 means place. So when you put these three lines together, it reads, I searched among the crowds 1,000 times, when suddenly I turn my head, and that person there, I see her in the dimming light. I would like to explain how my colleague and I translate these three lines. the first thing I would like to explain is why we insert the first person pronoun here. As you can see in the first line, there's no I. But as I mentioned earlier, explaining the last two lines, the poet is looking at all the young ladies passing in front of him. So these three lines explain that he is searching for his love. The next thing I would like to explain is how the term of 千百度 is used. So here it is used to describe his search for his love. It is so vivid and moving. You can imagine that the young man has been waiting to see her ever since he knew he might be able to see her this night, and has been impatiently searching among the crowd time and time again. Time passes so slowly, it feels like he has been searching hundreds and thousands of times. Yet, suddenly there she is among the dimming light. He finds her. How wonderful! And of course, this is the end of the poem and a happy ending to the story. Wow, what an excellent poem. I just love it. By the time I post my next video, it will be the Lunar New Year Day. So I'm going to talk about how people celebrate the New Year Day and also translate two poems celebrating the Lunar New Year. One is by a Song scholar official, Wang Anshi, who was also a great poet. The other one is by a Yuan Dynasty scholar official, Kong Shangren, who also happened to be one of the vice playwrights. So if you're new to my channel, please check out my other videos on classical Chinese poetry, philosophies, and medical literature. If you like the content of these videos, please click the like button and subscribe my channel. I also offer one-to-one online lessons on this subject. So if you would like to read those original classical texts, please contact me and list my email address down below. Otherwise, thank you for watching my video, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video on the Chinese New Year Day. Let me wish you a prosperous new year and make a lot of money in 2022. 恭喜发财!